All right, first off, I gotta get it straight. When I first went to John George, okay, I weighed 140, only fucking 140. But guess what he did and said? This is very important for you to know. He literally said, literally that we have to make him gain weight, and gain weight actually means something down the line. But how they're trying to fool you is you need to have gained weight from muscle in order to protect your family. But the truth of what I'm about to tell you is I was devastated because I weighed over 205 pounds. All right, literally now adjacently, what you're trying to see is, oh, that's because literally your thighs have muscle because you're actually working your thighs. Literally, you're actually lifting upper body muscle. Literally, you're lifting, whole people, literally fucking 300 shit. All right, now, the truth of it is this, all right? I went through some of my, old habits, okay? I do dance with the girls, one of them. Every time you dance like high school, you conceal the fat. Literally, you only put electrolytes in other areas that weigh you down, all right? That's what happens when you dance in high school, all right? But other than that, all right, literally, when you don't work out intensely, which is I think my mom's training. My mom told me to do crunches, and what started to happen is I started to get results from crunches. Like I started to bend differently, feel differently, and I already told you what I said before, about the beef and why it was rewarding my research but not my weight. Literally, so my weight, I actually hear is like that because they try to set me up, for something. But anyway, fucking grandma told me to stop smoking. I do need to stop smoking. I need this My Hero gang to end because I could say something literally that can tear your heart apart. That is a part of the whole Chris Brown, but I need the running gag to end because I need to get a job. And I hear that, I might get a job by, an older person that's looking out for me, all right? Literally, so, the only way I can start smoking is if you irritate me, all right? Literally, and one of those ways is using manic, like when I went to the mental hospital on paper, all right? Literally, so anyway, I weighed 205, literally, and guess what I did? Literally, I walked all the way to the New Park Mall. Literally, I didn't go to the lake. I tried to go back to my old gang Crip, and how I lost weight, literally, in 2021, is that's what started was I dodged a bullet every day on top of eating protein bars, literally, and I didn't run. Literally, that's the thing. I lost weight and I didn't run, literally, and that's when I was speaking the most. So I'm like, well, Mr. Enter, ENT, this and that, Lamaya, literally, this and that, Fabulous, literally, literally, all that shit, literally, fucking, I only weighed 140, and how did I gain 60? Literally, by giving birth to a woman. The truth of it is, okay, literally, that's adjacent because what happened was the game's not working perfectly. I played my side core perfectly. I got everything fucking perfectly. Literally, when I applied myself, everything was getting better. Literally, and her decision, literally, I'm gonna say a little bit later. But the main part is literally, I weighed way too much, literally, and I was in my undies when I weighed myself. Okay. So one thing you have to recognize is that I was going back to my let's just say for a moment, okay, Lily. So just think about it, all right? That's how they adjacent with food. You see how a gang, of blood wants you to be adjacent so you can accept something disrespectful. Literally, in order for it to lead on to more shit. So let me tell you, I'm gonna tell you the truth. The reason why I don't take a full-on pounding for mental health or anything, if you're personally looking for this video, which is what they've been looking for years, why did I take a real on high school roast on paper? Was because it leads to other things. Literally, it leads on top of this, on top of that, literally, and then it leads to a 5150. This is why I stopped it. All right. So one things I do, literally, is I pound you. I roast back, literally, and I reply physically automatically, okay? Literally, and what that does, that shows your way of a gang, okay? Literally, I don't want you to use the outside on me, but why this is very important was because at, Knott's Berry Farm, my thing, literally, I'm like, well, the problem is I'm working out too much and not giving myself time to rest. So if you look up, literally, I needed time to rest, literally, if you actually look it up, literally, and I looked at my routine was good on Google, why did I weigh 200? And there's also an amendment at 30, which is ridiculous. You expect me to talk to a dead person about the amendment? Katami, literally, this is the amendment that you're supposed to weigh 200 on paper, which is true to a certain extent because they want Chris to, gain weight at work, literally. And what they mean by gain weight, that means gain muscle. And it's true. But, 205, that's unacceptable, literally. And, so the thing I'm going to try to do, literally, is I'm going to try to, do more intense workouts that require more sweating. All right. Because the sweating just happened. And my mom's recommendation to do crunches, literally, worked out perfectly because I couldn't do whole sets because they're girls. Okay. Literally. And so, that's why I try to tell you, to break this problem, it has to be more intense. I mean, literally. And the way it's scheduled is, where he takes the dog out, literally, when I got to fucking watch the house and do this is that all throughout the day really isn't good. All right, literally their schedule also fucks up my routine. But the most about this, okay, is that I'm going back to to me and my dance with the training, not the exact dance, but the training, with Blackfire. And what's gonna end up happening, okay? What's gonna end up happening literally is I'm going to the dance, and it's pretty soon. So I'm gonna work at this and that, and my physical is probably gonna come up within 2.5, 3 months, and literally, so I don't think 200 is gonna change because that was my whole goal. Literally, fucking if I don't work out, literally, if I do, I was gonna do 4,000 crunches before Knott's Berry Farm. All right, literally, so so this is where it gets really intense, okay? Literally, so what's gonna happen, all right? Since I am ranked to the world, some of my workouts are gonna work out to some of the things that are in my head, before I formation. But the truth of it is, my grandma got true critical. I have to work out more intense. That means, more, 2 or 3 times a day. Literally, it was my plan, but I couldn't. So this recognizes the game is working adjacently. That shouldn't be a good thing, but they're begging for it. So I get arrayed with the running gag. If it's all about rank, oh, girlfriend, but that. Oh, this, and that. Literally, fucking little sparkle. Literally, well, I had the worst part of it. Literally, skateboarding. Literally, doing something one time in the midst of Uncle Tom, literally, where a little fade like Eminem, don't talk to me about rank, okay? So, it's true. Literally, so I'm gonna go back to my training so I can go good on the dance floor. But, literally, and, the last time I saw about that, literally, I was cool, because I didn't, do anything, extra or frightening, okay? So, the truth behind that is, I was only viewed, one time, and then the other time, I didn't do anything, I didn't touch anybody, I didn't do anything, all right? Literally, so, it was mostly cool. So you already know, how I feel about that, all right? Literally, so other than that, it's an extreme, thing I have to say, I have to sacrifice a lot, but if my partying, if I continue to have, parties, where airline, business gonna top me, which also makes you gain weight, literally, then nothing's gonna work. They can start the show, but if you work hard, literally, in the black room so much, literally, they can only do so much. And my mom already told me what's my diet, all right? Literally, so what I used to do, when you give me this moves, I used to attack hers, literally, like fucking, she drinks a whole fucking bottle of coffee every single day. Oh, literally, this and that, and now we're getting close. Now we're getting close to weight on the actual machine, and it's terrifying because Uncle Tommy lost weight, but they asked him to gain weight too. So I'm like, you know what? You're not helping the cause.